that next week Thursday, the president will be coming to the chamber. That no, Mr. Kumi should not be allowed to make his statement. They are the avant-garde of the rule of law. We've heard. Good. So if they are showing us a part of social justice and the rule of law, we have heard them. From Tuesday, we...
Abusuame say one day, one press conference. And just say now the NPP has moved from one district, one factory to one day, one press conference. There be other ideation. Now, as I'm talking to you, the NPP as a whole, like a press conference, more than 47. And there be omokasa. And then nowadays, the rate at which they are talking, it will reach a time when I am for more serious. Yes, let me be fair, because even though mobile opposition chair less than 2 months, so why don't you wait? Now, Monchain. Nese Mahama anansa ne appointing ne ba kunye eye mfunso ba ko bi what should they na so aka asem ni am yaje because right now no, if you start to talk it will reach a time assembly is serious crana. The people of this country, they are not going to believe you. And as one about Afenyo Markins, I'll not just say ehene ha so the NDC as a whole, they don't respect omumbu ni pamfani ni nyahwe. Now ono Afenyo Markins no or can actually NDC for any John Dramani Mahama said oba the 2 woman NPP for an hour the Parliament House. Yes, because of Sir John Dramani Mahama who will be reading the State of the Nation address. So if say NDC for an HT1 they like they as one so much say no do mine na omune bu mrane dia vim or no Afenyo Markins or catch John Mahama aka NDC for an say we shall see in the Parliament House. That
no, Mr. Kumi should not be allowed to make his statement. When he realized that there were superior arguments against him, the NDC now resorted to disruption, confusion, and their usual noise making. The practice is that when you make your argument, you sit quietly and allow your colleague opposite to also make his argument. But what did we see? The majority chief whip interrupted me, and when they realized again that their arguments before the House, those arguments were being defeated, the majority leader himself now got up and shouted, Mr. Speaker, again. We saw what happened. This is a kind of democracy the NDC wants to practice in Parliament. Today, the NDC is saying that members of Parliament should respect the court. These were the people who were insulting, using unprintable words, just because they disagreed with the Supreme Court ruling in October 2024. We are decent Democrats. It's the reason why we have resorted to lawful processes in addressing our dissatisfaction with the conduct of the Kufuor High Court judge. We have not used unprintable words against his person, and we will not. But let me give you some information. I believe earlier in the week, my colleague Jerry Ahmed led a press conference and actually shared with you a chronology of events and a chronology of processes filed at the Supreme Court, as well as the very High Court. I would rely on same without wasting your time. But just to briefly put it, that one, there was an application pending before the court, which application sought to stay proceedings. Any fair judge will want to determine that stay of proceedings application before going ahead to hear the substantive matter. The court ignored the stay of proceedings. On the day in question, Mr. Kumi had written to the court for permission. The court again ignored. As we speak, no court process has been served on Mr. Kumi. Neither has any process been served on the Speaker of Parliament, nor the clerk to Parliament. I am the leader of our side. I haven't been invited into a meeting where I have been told that the process has been filed, has been served. So I don't know what the NDC is up to. Again, upon hearing of the decision of the court, Mr. Kumi calls his lawyers to file an appeal and followed it up with a stay of execution of the orders of the court. It is trite knowledge that once a stay of execution process has been filed, the court would have to determine it. So what are we talking about here? Meanwhile, there is another process before the Supreme Court, praying the court to make an order of prohibition and sexual right, to quash the earlier orders of the courts. Isn't it also trite that per the laws of Ghana, when an election result is declared, the outcome of an election is declared, after the declaration, the next stage is the Gazette. It is only upon gazetting that an aggrieved party may have to file a process in court, petitioning the court and challenging the outcome of the election. And this is supposed to be done within 21 days. The so-called application, which was filed by the opponent of Mr. Ernest Kumi, was not an election petition. Meanwhile, the court claimed that it had taken judicial notice of a press conference of the EC to the effect that the results have been gazetted. So it is going ahead to treat it as an election petition. Now, if you're treating it as an election petition, you have to make a preliminary determination, which is the security for costs. All these things have not been done. We wonder why the judge will go on the path he has chosen to go. But as law-abiding citizens, we will continue to use the judicial processes for justice. As for the NDC, if they think that today they are using Ernest Kumi to do politics, today is Friday, we are reminding them that next week Thursday, the president will be coming to the chamber. We are reminding them, they've forgotten that they are in government. We are reminding the NDC. So, if today they are the avant-garde of the rule of law, we've heard, good. On Thursday, there are other matters of social justice in the country that perhaps they have overlooked. So if they are showing us a part of social justice and the rule of law, we have heard them. From Tuesday, we, the minority, God willing, will also begin the process of bringing to the fore all the issues that the government must undertake to bring social justice in our country. And we will not limit it to Tuesday. We'll go on Wednesday, go on Thursday, Friday, and we'll continue until all the issues of social justice are addressed. So we thank them for forcing an adjournment today. We thank the NDC majority caucus. We thank them. These are useful lessons. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that's Honorable Afenyo Markins, the minority leader for the NPP caucus. Sometimes we have to put like political views aside and then deal with the issue. When we take the issue of Honorable Ernest-Kumi, like this whole thing does not make sense because court, according to the same NPP, and then you people respect the law. So why is it at that time Ernest-Kumi say when I want back na court, but yet you people went ahead and then you backed him. Then there's someone by there. Why is it that at the end of the day the NPP, it seems like as I say in say because every day beyond any press conference each day press conference. Subscribe. After we are selling for. And the next thing is you do well to leave a comment.
This is the BJ Show with Thr3âtens. Don't forget to subscribe.